Alright, how's it? Welcome back to another video. This is my second video I am making. This footage comes from 2 dive days in the same spot where we harvested a few of my favorite fish, uku. They are some of the most fun fish to hunt out here in Hawaii, and they are, in my opinion, the best sashimi out here. This is the first drop of the day, and this uku just comes in so perfectly. And I end up getting a perfect shot on him. So the area we're diving is very flat and big. So we're just drifting with the boat right now and just doing drops to the bottom. On this drop, I seen a monster uku from the surface. And I'm doing a drop now to the bottom at about 75, 80 feet. And I see him off in the distance, and he's curious. I kind of tuck myself in, trying to get in between these sand grooves, make myself as low as possible. And he's curious, but not committing fully. I did not have the breath hold yet to keep waiting him out. He does a turn in right here. Almost commits fully, but I might have engaged a little bit too early. My wife Naya does a drop right after me and ends up making that uku come in super close. And she takes a shot on him, and she just hit him way too high, just barely hit the top of his fin. So we just keep drifting along, and I'm doing another drop now, not having very high hopes of landing this uku after it just got shot at. But I don't know what was up with him because I ended up landing him. I think the shot that Naya took on him just ended up making him more aggressive. I also think I got a pretty good hiding spot next to this big bunch of coral heads. To my surprise, I see him off in the distance, and he's making his way toward me, very slowly, but he's coming. He seems to like the grunts that I'm doing. It just keeps coming closer and closer, the better my grunts are. I move really slowly to not spook him off because I know he's on edge already. Perfect shot right behind the pec fin. That is my favorite shot by far. This uku actually ends up bending my shaft as well. I didn't even get him caught on the reef, and he just bent it just with his brute strength swimming through the water. This uku actually ended up being 18, almost 19 pounds. This is one of my biggest ukus I've ever shot. I've actually shot 2 18, almost 19 pounders, so this one just matched it. Even though I'm confident that I have a good shot on this fish, you still never know. That's why it's always good to have a good dive partner that always go down and check your fish and make sure you're not going to lose them. In the case it wasn't a good holding shot, Sheldon is down there ready to put a backup shot with his spear gun. After I shot this fish, the boat ended up drifting pretty far away from where we were diving, so I swam to the boat to get on it and drive it back to a better position. While I was doing that, Sheldon and Naya kept doing drops, and Naya ended up shooting her biggest uku. Unfortunately, I was not there to film her, and we only have one GoPro, but here's her afterwards, very happy about her fish. Now back to this hunt on yet another uku. This is definitely uku that I should have gotten, but for some reason I hesitated on the perfect shot that the uku presented to me. You can see right here, he comes in perfectly, puts a perfect broadside, and for some reason I was just not comfortable enough to take that shot. I never want to take shots that I am uncomfortable with, or I don't guarantee myself 100% kill with. You know, you can't always make that happen, but I really hate losing fish. Now here's the crazy ulua school that you saw in the beginning of this video. These are all really solid uluas. I'm not sure how big, but I know they're big for sure. This is super clean water too. I notice fish always look bigger in dirtier water, so these already look pretty big in clean water, so I can't imagine how big they are. I am really not a big fan of shooting uluas though. They just bend your shaft all up. I don't think they taste very good, and I just personally love seeing them in the water. I think they're just beautiful creatures. So on this day we are hunting a little bit deeper. This is still the same area that we were diving the day before, but this spot's about 85 to 90 feet. Right now I'm on the way to the bottom. So almost immediately I see a really nice uku off to my left. This is actually the smallest uku we've seen in the 2 days, which is kind of crazy because most of the time in other areas this is the biggest one we'll see. I get a really nice shot right in the face here on this guy. Then I see all these small sharks just coming out of every direction, trying to eat this uku. Trying my best to get up to the surface and pull this fish. I'm putting the brakes on this fish to not have these sharks just tear it to shreds. Luckily they're really small sharks, so they're not able to do too much. Now this is the last drop of the day. We were dropping some chum down, seeing if any pelagics came through, and a nice yellow spot and a big uku came in. Lining up on the solid uku. End up getting a pretty poor shot on him, but it is a holding shot. And he just smokes me, goes all the way down to the bottom. There's just sharks everywhere, you can see here soon. I'm just really stoked that these are all tiny sharks and not big boys. Usually in areas where there's a lot of fish, there's gonna always be sharks. That's why I'm usually pretty inviting of sharks, because I know there's usually fish. You can hear the line just getting ripped through my hands from the uku running away from all the sharks. I'm pulling this uku up now, and you can just see the sharks are just all over it. Again, they're just little baby sharks, so they can't really do much to this big uku, but still they're trying my best to pull up this fish as hard as I can without him ripping off. The sharks just really keep multiplying from the smell of the blood. You can see right here, the shark tries to take a chunk out of my uku's face, but he's way too small to do anything. I want to thank you guys so much for watching to the end of this video and helping my channel grow. This definitely takes a lot of time to put this kind of stuff together. I'm going to be trying to do this, put out a video maybe once a month. That's my goal for right now. I'm so stoked on the support that I've gotten on this channel so far. If you'd like to see more videos like this, I would really appreciate it if you would like this video and subscribe to my channel. Mahalo guys.